This edition of MacVoices is supported by you, our viewers and listeners, through our new Patreon campaign. If you get value from MacVoices, please consider helping support the show by visiting patreon.com/MacVoices.
Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices at Pepcom at CES. I'm in the BullGuard booth talking to Yossi, the founder of the company, about BullGuard, a cybersecurity product. Yossi, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome.
So tell me about Dojo.
Yeah, so Dojo is a security product that protects all your connected devices at home. It's a simple device that once you connect it to your Wi-Fi router, it protects all the connected device. It has multiple layers of security, has a built-in firewall, a managed firewall, a URL filtering engine, intrusion detection and prevention system, and the key technology behind it, it's really the way it studies your device's behavior and detects anomalies in the behavior that are giving some hints regarding possible breaches in your product. The product is offered as a managed service, so it's not just the hardware, because it's constantly being updated by us with the latest and greatest in terms of policy, new vulnerabilities, etc. So that's what the product is all about.
So is this something that you push updates to so that I don't have to worry about it?
Absolutely. You don't need any background in networking and security to use the product. That's the whole idea. So it's designed for consumers who have a lot of connected product, and it becomes very, very complex and difficult for them to manage security. It takes care of everything automatically. You don't need to update anything or make sure it's properly protected. When there is a need for you to do something, our app, which I can show you, will interact with you and tell you what to do or ask advice what to do. So for example, if someone tries to access your home camera remotely, it will immediately block it, and then pops up a message in the app say, hey, we detected someone from New York trying to connect to your home. What would you like to do? Then you can choose, give it one-time access, no access at all, permanent access, etc. So it's very, very simple to use, and it was designed for consumers who really need, on one hand, to keep their home safe. On the other hand, they don't really know much about cybersecurity.
Now, one thing about cybersecurity always is that I have to know something about setting it up, it seems. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of people just throw up their hands and say, I'm not going to bother. How easy is this to set up?
Absolutely. So the setup here has nothing to do with cybersecurity. It's the way you need to connect it to your Wi-Fi router. The whole security stuff is automated, so it has a built-in policy, and as soon as you connect it, it downloads the next policy and the next one. So it's all automated. You don't need to onboard devices, you don't need to configure devices, nothing, and you don't need to do any change to your devices. That's the whole idea. It's cybersecurity for the average consumer who have a lot of connected devices and don't really know how to protect them. In many cases, it doesn't even know how vulnerable they are. That's part of the problem. So Dojo will tell you what are the vulnerabilities in the devices. It will automatically mitigate the risks, and each time there is a real breach or something that affects your privacy or your security, it will let you know and do what it needs to do in order to block this specific either botnet or malware or any kind of cyber attack.
Now, I don't want to insult you, but if I'm trusting my security to you, I kind of need to know who you are and where you come from and what your background is. Because once again, there are plenty of people that are selling a lot of promises, and they're part of the problem.
You're right. But in this case, we have a very simple answer. So what's your choice? It's either to trust the whole internet because your home is totally exposed, or you pick a provider that you can trust and get some security services for. The current situation with your connected home, that it's practically totally open, okay? So you're trusting everyone on the internet not to hack you, right? So that's the high level. On the bits and bytes, we're the founders of the company. We're cybersecurity experts with a lot of background from the Israeli intelligence. Very good record of doing stuff. So I think eventually everyone will have to trust someone for his security service, because the alternative is really worse.
Unfortunately, it is. So what kind of price do we have for the hardware? What kind of price do we have for the service?
So the retail price is $199, and that includes the first year of service. Currently it's sold on $99 because there is a promotion. And after the first year, you can renew the service either on a monthly basis or annual basis. So it's a $9 a month or $99 a year for unlimited amount of devices. So we don't kind of count or measure the amount of connected and protected devices. You can connect as many devices as you want.
And just so I'm clear, you're not filtering any of my internet signal. You're just watching for the traffic in and the traffic out.
Absolutely. We don't deal with the radio technology at all. It's all on the wire between your Wi-Fi router and this gateway. So it loops in the traffic, inspects it, does what it needs to do security-wise, and then send it back. So even on the data side, we don't look at the data. We're interested only in metadata because, again, we're in the cybersecurity part, not in the advertising business or any other. In that sense, we're on the consumer side, not on the other side. We look at the metadata, we look for patterns, we look for things that indicate some cybersecurity risks, and then we mitigate them. That's the whole idea.
Perfect. It's a cute little device. I mean, it would be at home in anyone's home. You know, it's very unobtrusive, and it's not terribly techy looking.
Yeah, that was part of our approach when we initially designed the device. So it should be part of your connected home, not some kind of an ugly plastic router that sits somewhere. It's a two-part product. So this one is actually what you need to connect to your Wi-Fi router, and this one can be anywhere at home, and it gives you an indication about the overall status of your home security. It has 3-color language. It's green, orange, and red, like any alerting system. And each time there is an alert that also goes to your mobile app, it will blink in the same color. So in case you missed it, you'll have an indication that you need to look at the app. But as a whole, the steady state status is blinking in green. So as long as it's green, you know that your home is safe and you don't really need to bother about the details. That's the concept behind it.
So the website where folks can go to learn more.
You go to dojo.bullguard.com, and then you can get more information about our product.
Is this on the market now?
Yes, it's sold on Amazon, Best Buy, and also directly on our website.
Great. I think I better go check it out.
Okay, thank you.
Yossi, thank you so much.
Nice meeting you. You're welcome.
Folks, we'll have more from CES and Pepcom. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices.
Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our MacVoices Facebook group and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices magazine, free on Flipboard. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us at patreon.com/MacVoices and join these folks who help keep MacVoices coming to you. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.